That's where you shot Howard? Your father?
What the fuck are you talking about, Fivo?
I know everything, Kanan.
Look, I don't know what you think you know, but you don't.
Howard was working as an undercover when he met your mom. She worked as an informant for him, and then the relationship became something else, and then you came along.
Come on, DEF CON is my fault. Everybody know that.
Everybody thinks that. But you and I know better. And so do your mother and Howard. Is that why you shot him? Because you found out he was your father? Because I know it's not a good look to be a cop's kid. It's even worse when your mom was a snitch.
Yo, certain lines that never get crossed, not even by 5-0. So for you to say some shit like that, fuck it. You just talking shit. Like all you do. Trying to get in a nigga head and make him cop to some shit that ain't even real.
Fine. Up against the fence, I'm arresting you for possession and sale.
What?
Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 2, Episode 10, Season Finale. If you don't know, now you know. Marvin finds Sam hitting crack with another fiend and comes to finish the job. Sam the bum starts to tell his life story about being an accountant before hitting crack and ends up saying sometimes in life you turn that corner and you can't go back again. Right before Marvin ices him.
Yeah, Sam, don't be trying to play on my emotions now, bro. It's over. I tried. Tried my best. You want that rock so bad, boy. Well, go ahead, get your last little bit for you going up to yonder.
I don't like how he finally reminisces about his prior life when he should have did that on the bus and said, "Oh, I'm gonna get myself clean and go back to being an accountant." Should have did that on the bus, then he wouldn't be dead right now. So.
Yeah, fam. Yeah, Sam wasn't long for this world anyway. So.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Rock is at a diner waiting for Unique and Worrell. Unique warns Rock about Huncho and admits to not snitching. Rock then offers Unique a chance to grow with the team, but Unique wants out with Worrell so they can do their own thing. Unique then tries to spit the finest of game to Rock. Leaves her with a smile. I don't know what that was.
Long gameplay? Because that came out of left field.
It really did. That was weird.
Long gameplay?
Clearly. Famous asks Kanan to kick in some bread to live with him. Famous lets the N-word fly multiple times while Kanan plots on taking drugs from Rock to sell in the corner.
Hey, look, this is going to be the last time I think I criticize this because it's clearly a level of dissonance in the writer's room on this point, right?
It's not going to be.
I don't know why y'all are so fond of calling people the N-word all up and down this show, but start just short of saying any other racial slur. Like I get that we're going for realism here, right? But realism is not everybody and their mama can say the N-word, but nobody can say any other racial epithets because what? Like, if we going for realism, then make it real. Salami niggas and noodle niggas that's not anything. That's not nothing. And it's weird that it's that guarded on one side, and it's very poignant on the other side. Like, you keep having these moments where I got to hear mooly this, mooly that, nigga this, nigga that, this, that. Like, yo, chill.
I promise you this is not the last time we're going to talk about
chill,
that. There's a couple of other instances that are like, bro, come on. Zisa walks in and record with Lou while he's looking at what looked like a bill or something from, it looked like a bank statement now that I know what happened. Zisa hands Lou a tape with a beat on it, and it sounds like Zisa wants to go from great value Faith Evans to bootleg Mary J. all in one season.
Hey, she definitely got that from Mary J. Definitely got that shit from Mary J.
I'm like, Jesus. Juke finds and beats up homeboy from the church after finding out Kenya set the whole date.
Ass.
Yeah.
Stomped him out.
Bro has absolutely no hands whatsoever.
I still don't even understand what the so like we understand who told and it was a setup from her mom and all this other stuff. But like, bro, y'all went on your date. Y'all walked home. Was she supposed to fuck you on one of these stoops or something? Like, what more does she need to do to convince you that she I felt like they left that date liking each other. I didn't understand how that interaction led back to, she's gay and she didn't like me.
Yeah.
How?
The only person that would have known that is Juke. Because y'all kissed at the end and then you walked away.
And then you left.
Yeah.
Loser. If you wanted some more, you should have asked for it.
What, sparks didn't fly, and so she's clearly gay? Like, come on.
I don't even understand that, and then it makes me understand even less how Kenya knew to set that up.
Yeah, based off of what her friends pulling up and being like, "Who knew a juke was bad in the motherfucker?" Mm-hmm. Like, that's literally the only glimpse of her former life that Kenya saw was those dudes pulling up.
Like, I don't want to take away from what it could really be like in real life, because yeah, obviously a parent would notice something like that even if she's not trying to show it. Cut of the eye, you know, you looking at somebody, you ain't noticing that she looking at you, looking at somebody, something like that. But like, they didn't show that. They didn't
write a scene where we would figure, oh, Kenya knows. Like,
yeah.
Burke pulls up to the crack spot. After asking where Sam is, the crackheads are laughing at her dumbass.
No. After asking for an address, Burke is the worst cop ever. She is the worst cop ever. Anybody seen Sam? Excuse me, sir, before you hit your rock again, have you seen Sam? Okay, could you write down the address to this crack house you talk of? And he read her the riot act like, you 5-0 and you don't know what a crack house look like?
Can you map quest me the directions?
555 Pledge Drive. That's where it's at.
Head honcho Sal Baselli pulls up to see Tony fucking Danza.
The boss. The boss.
Like, what? Honcho asks Tony Danza for help on rock. Tony Danza calls her a Tootsie Roll and tells him to keep the war clean and keep him out of it. Tony Danza then sells bro the biggest fish tank in the store.
Oh, okay. So Sal's a little guy.
Yeah.
Maybe Rock wasn't blowing so much smoke after all, because Sal got sunned.
Well, Baselli is Jersey and Tony Danza is the king of New York.
No. You got to watch his tone, though. He told him, hey, look, keep that shit over there in Jersey. Don't let that spill over the bridge into my stuff. Like, not as in, hey, yo, look, you know, we don't want our mutual businesses, you know, butting heads. No, it was like, hey, look, little boy.
Yeah, no, he definitely sunned him.
You keep your stuff over there and don't make me get involved, because if I get involved, it's going to be something different altogether.
But in pretty much every aspect, Jersey seems like a secondary market to New York.
Sure.
And so I would think that if Baselli was boss, big head honcho, he would have New York.
That's a fair point.
So, of course he sunned him, because he's got New York.
He's Newark.
Yeah. Kanan steals right in front of Marvin, and Marvin tells him that he's got to tell Rock. Kanan, entitled ass, tells him he doesn't give a fuck.
Somebody need to take a belt to Kanan's ass.
Yeah. Yes.
This boy has needed a whooping for a little while now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And instead of a whooping, his mom gave him a gun.
Yep. The old man across from Freddie don't want shit to do with the police and ain't giving them any info. But he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows.
You know who might catch wind of that?
Burke.
Yep. And that may be her way of getting Kanan to heal, is using Famous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I still don't understand what her end game is. It's just, she's like the ultimate Karen. I don't know what they are trying to show us in Burke, because like, she's even different from Blanca or Sax or Angela. Like, they're going after criminals. They going after people that are killing innocent folk and all that other stuff. Like, this is just a troublesome relationship that resulted in a child and is somehow connected to the shooting of your partner that didn't end up being fatal, and that he seems to want to move on from. So what is the motivation to be going to these lengths at this point?
Being that both Sax, well, I guess so did Blanca at some point, but seeing that Sax and Burke have both gone up against 16-year-olds and lost, who's worse?
Burke. Because at least Sax was trying to be a good human being. At least, at certain points, he was just trying to be a good human.
And at multiple times, it seems Sax was actually going against Ghost, and that led into going against Tariq, whereas Burke is just...
And then, but even within those few times where he stabbed people in the back, he still had enough sense to get out. Still had enough sense to be like, all right, well, nothing's happening here, so I got to do something else. That's why he's working with Davis McLean.
Yeah.
Right? Burke, come hell or come high water, has just banged her head up against the same wall all season.
Yep.
And because the reason why I say that is because at the end of it, if you get them, what do you get? You play these goofy ass games, you're gonna get a goofy prize. They're gonna ostracize you. You're gonna end up doing fucking
desk work,
traffic control at Cape Cod because you done got booted off the force.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you want out of this, Burke? You not IA. Now I think they've given it a little bit more meaning in this episode because now she's in jeopardy. Now she knows she's being attacked.
Yeah.
So now it has a reason for her to keep going. But before this episode, it didn't really make sense why she was so hard onto this bone.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure. Rock, Lou, and Marvin start plotting together on this war, and Rock calls the Italians macaroni motherfuckers. Tootsie Roll was way better than that. Way better. Noodle niggas, macaroni motherfuckers. It's all trash.
When I think of macaroni, I think of the macaroni that I eat, in my households. I don't be thinking, oh, Luigi's macaroni.
Yeah, no, black people have transcended and taken macaroni
to a
place.
we on a whole nother plane with mac and cheese because we don't even call it macaroni no more.
That's a fact.
You feel me?
Howard pulls up to see Sam iced and finds Burke already there. Burke is on the offensive and Howard tells her to stop with the bullshit. Burke walks out of the room because she don't learn shit.
You want to know why I'm still perplexed? If this was about trusting your partner, at what point were you going to take any of this information to him? All of this stuff that you found out and if this was about him and trusting him and being able to trust him, why haven't you not one time disclosed any of this stuff to him and asked him about it? It seems like just your end goal is just to destroy him.
Yeah.
And for what? What did he do to you?
He got shot.
You got shot? Oh, no, I got to figure out what the hell happened here. Fix this. Did you do it to yourself? You need to go to jail. I don't get it. You have not once brought any of the... Hey, I found out that Raquel Thomas was a CI for you back in the day.
Like, what's up with that?
And then, around 9 months after the case ended, she had Kanan start. Why not just talk to him? He might have cleared all of this up for you and then tried to trust you with that information had you said something to him and not going around his back, pulling his records, doing all this secret stuff, pressing his kid.
Yeah. Yep.
Pressing his woman.
His escort.
Okay. Yeah. You the one sneaking around. You the one snaking for some stuff that happened 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
Crazy enough, realistically, considering she didn't have any connection early on, pressing people like Kanan and I guess Rock at some level, but then Symphony Basket, those are things that if she was asking questions to those people and it was related to Howard, would probably get Howard killed.
Yeah.
So you're putting his life in danger for a hunch. A little wild.
Yeah. She's a bad cop.
She's definitely
a bad police officer.
Definitely. Marvin tells Rock about the couple G-Packs Kanan stole, and she becomes visibly upset, but says that she'll handle it.
How? Fuck you gonna do?
She hasn't even seen Kanan in how long?
Now that I'm thinking about it, they left a lot of things unresolved. Like, a lot of cliffhangers.
Yeah. Yep. Juke is in the cell and a cop lets her out after she's been DAT'd. Burke tries to pull up on her and use her for a favor. Funny enough, Juke couldn't answer her question about Howard because she thinks that Howard's not Kanan's father, but gives her some useful advice about people being after her.
I don't know if she still doesn't believe that Howard is his father, but I don't think that she was going to sit there and confirm that shit for Burke.
That's good. Yeah, that's a good possibility.
Because at this point, as mad as Kanan is, as weird as Rock is acting, and now you got random cops coming up to you asking you about it. Okay, at that point, the wheels got to start turning. Or you a damn dummy.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a good possibility of that being the case, I guess.
Yeah.
I just didn't have any confirmation of that, so I didn't want to.
But she does tip her off to, you know, there being a target on her back.
Mm-hmm.
What was she going to do with that? What is she going to do?
She should know that at some level.
A bad cop. She thinks that she can just rumble, bumble, stumble her way all through New York and nobody's going to pay attention or do anything.
Yeah. Yep. Marvin is masking up along with Lou to let the Hawks fly out the window, and they cap a couple of Italians. And Baselli actually comes out and sees that, you know, there's a couple of his men dead. So that was a good win, I guess, in that case
where he lay at.
For Rock.
Sure.
Lou hit the bank and finds out that because Crown died, Rock now owns a significant portion of the label.
Which is just like, why? Like, you don't even like Lou. I swear to God, every time I see you talking to Lou this season, you was on his ass about some bullshit. Like, why won't you just let that man go do what the fuck he want to do? Like, you bought a stake in something that he was trying to do. Now, Lou, you probably shouldn't have asked her for the money. You probably shouldn't have asked her for the money.
Yeah.
Because in that case, she's right. But then to go in there and get Cartier's half, you doing a lot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he does use the money that y'all make off the drug game. What's weirding me out about her is that she just attributes all of that to her. Which is crazy, because when you need to push people out of these buildings, when work needs to be done, when corner boys needed to be fought off, when y'all was at war with Unique, it wasn't Rock solving all these problems.
Mm-hmm.
It was her dealing with the issues on the back end, but doing the work, putting the work in. The only work that Raquel has done has been scrapped, and that was a failure.
Yep.
It's the only work she's put in.
Yep.
Work.
1000%.
It's always been Marvin and Lou.
Yeah.
So I'm confused as to why it's not a us instead of me. Yeah, you up top, right? But you've put us just as much danger as you've gotten us out of.
Mm-hmm.
And when we in trouble, it's never a me thing. When you was in trouble with Braselli, it was Marvin and his girl who had to pay for that. When you was in trouble with Unique, it was Lou who had to pay for that. And just like he said now, when it was time to go put in work versus the Italians, it was your brothers in them cars, not you. So I'm confused, bruh. I'm really confused. I own you. Hey, girl, hey. You know what's funny? Is that all through season 8 of Ghost, Jamie could never see who his ultimate demise would be. And just time after time after time after time, he pushed him off, dismissed him. Well, he tried. But in the last several episodes, though, he pushed him off, and then ultimately was just like, hey, look, you go away, do a couple years, and we'll try to, reshape some shit, after. But you got to go.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go. And ultimately, that ended up being his demise. That's kind of an age-old story. Instead of uplifting them and teaching them and giving them the game that you've learned, creating an heir, you create a punching bag. Somebody for you to voice all your frustrations out on. Mm-hmm. And you never let them go from that point.
Yeah.
You kind of see that a lot. Jax Teller and Sons of Anarchy with his stepdad. He tried to keep an iron grip on Jax that whole time until they got tired of it and they killed his ass. That's what happens. Felipe Lobos never truly tried to put Jamie in a position that would ever threaten his. He just wanted to have a grip on him forever and was never going to let up on it. What happened to Felipe Lobos? So, how does telling your brother that you own him no matter what he ever does is because of you, How do you think that's going to end? That's why I think I know who Breeze is.
It's possible.
I think it's Lou.
It's possible.
I think it could be Lou. I thought it was Marvin, but now I'm thinking it's Lou. Because now, if Lou is truly dead set on doing stuff without his sister, he ain't going to be doing another than name Thomas.
Yeah. Or Lou. We'll see. We'll definitely
We'll see, man. I can see it. And then, who better to get Kanan into, because it ain't going to be his mama. He ain't going to be able to just walk back into that building and take no packs no more. So that's not happening.
Yeah.
Who better to give Kanan what it is he looking for than his aunt? Breeze, formerly known as Lou.
We'll see. Marvin and Rock meet up with B More and come to find out that killing Cartier actually helped B More out more than she could ever imagine. Yeah, no, that was crazy. Probably not along with what happens later, that whole thing just.
Yeah, she got some more problems that I don't think that she thought she had. But yeah, I don't know, man. I wonder what his game is. I wonder what his game is, because that I would tread lightly around that. Here's why. I've already shown my hand that said that I can be dominated, right? Like I literally got taken out of a position of deference, of servitude almost to Cartier. So like, it's not like she's intimidated by me. Number one.
Yeah.
I went around her to her plug and got a direct deal. I've already acknowledged that she's probably more dangerous than Cartier. I know she's more dangerous than Cartier. I'm literally paying her for murdering him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would have played this loose with it, because you don't know them niggas.
Ooh.
You don't know them. You don't know nothing about them. You barely know Rock. But you're that confident that this is not gonna blow back on you. Just gonna go back to Maryland and live your life happy ever after, right? You're gonna screw over one of the biggest. Now that they just took out Cartier, one of the biggest games in all of New York, and now she pissed and you on her radar. You think you just gonna walk your happy ass back to the DMV and ain't nothing gonna happen to you? Why do these people think that they not gonna be touched?
That I don't know. I don't know.
You think you're going to screw me over, undercut me to my plug, and you just it's gonna be all good, huh? After I just did what I did for you. You know how powerful I am. Cool. I hope you got something in place, bro. I hope you ready, because I'm coming. For sure.
Yeah. After realizing she got fucked, Rock states that she will fuck them back and her meat is way bigger than theirs. I thought that was terrible writing. That's terrible writing. I didn't like that at all. It just completely took me out of the scene. Like, what the fuck did she just say?
But also, though, she's not lying.
Sure.
She just got you out of she got you out of being whipped like a redhead stepchild.
Mm-hmm.
She did that.
Yeah.
That's the only work she put in all season. Other than scrap. They
could have shown that by literally writing a different line. I don't know. That line just took me out of the whole thing. I was like, what?
Not wrong, man. I don't know where dude getting his confidence from.
Yeah.
If I was walking around with a black eye a month ago, I probably wouldn't be so tough, especially if the person who made that not be a thing anymore is sitting right in front of me.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Juke meets up with her Snow Bunny's Pops. Juke eventually fesses up to the fact that Nicole found the drugs from Juke. Pops doesn't believe her, but eventually he understands.
Yeah, man, this is some of that liberal racism. Like, you don't even hear the words that's coming out of my mouth, fam. I told you, your daughter got the drugs from me. No, I know you're lying and you would rather put it on yourself than be subject to police violence.
Yeah.
Homeboy, your daughter was interested in drugs and she experimented with crack. She put it in a weed pipe and was gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, let that go. Let it go. Now, I hope he doesn't then take that back to the police. Because that was a little loose on Laverne's part. But she felt like he was owed the truth. I don't know if it had what amount of that was, trying to do right by Shannon, but I think she knew that he needed to hear what the real was. And it wasn't like she gave them to her. It was like, left my bag and daughter got a little curious.
I'm just trying to think if anything Juke did would be an indication that despite that happening, that Juke really loved Nicole, and for that reason, he wouldn't go to the cops about it. The only thing I can think of is giving him the tape back. But I was gonna say I don't know if that's enough to prevent him from going back to the cops about that. But I don't know, maybe. Burke finds Kanan and Famous selling drugs. Famous dips out, and since bro doesn't have any drugs on him, she doesn't really have any evidence. So,
like this whole thing was so stupid. It was so dumb. It was even dumber than the traffic stop on Symphony.
Yeah.
If all of these people this season would just put some complaints together and get her ass out of there, she'd be fired.
Yeah.
Literally, Symphony, the Streetwalker,
Kanan
now, if they would all just write up some statements and be like, "Hey, yo, she need to go."
On top of what Howard's already given them,
because nothing she has done in this investigation has been lawful. How are you going to take any of this information back? Literally, the only thing that you can prove is that Raquel Thomas was a CI for Howard back in the day. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't prove nothing else.
Yep.
You ain't got no court order for no blood work on Kanan and Howard. You can't prove anything. And any other information that you've gotten out of Symphony, out of Kanan, it's been coerced. Illegal stops, illegal searches and seizures. Mm-hmm. You literally told Kanan that you was gonna plant evidence on him. Like, what is happening?
You literally kidnapped him and took him to the place where he shot Howard.
She didn't even search my man to see if he had drugs on him. I'm just gonna put him on you.
And admitted that to him. And since he didn't break any laws, her saying that and him being an obvious witness, that's enough to send her away.
Stupid. She dumb.
Rock pulls up on Joaquin to try to confront him about her Be More deal going south. Turns out Juliana set all that shit up because they don't want to go through Rock.
She dumb as hell. She's playing petty game. Hey, you play goofy games, you're going to get goofy prizes. This is a goofy game. You entertaining a new supplier based off of petty shit, based off of a rivalry I think you have with Raquel. Now I think you think you a boss. Girl, 2 weeks ago, you were taking cash in a cash register. Watching the what do they call the Spanish soap operas?
The telenovelas.
The telenovelas.
Yeah, my thing is, Joaquin clearly knows that this is probably a bad idea and even kind of mentions it, but still lets it happen.
Like, hey, look, I mean, I don't really want to do this, but that's my family. It's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you gonna let this dumb shit get you fucked up. You gonna let this stupid stuff end our business because when I find another plug, I'm gonna clear the runway for him.
Yeah. And here and in Baltimore.
I don't know. Okay, well, he more so than homeboy from Maryland, because if he's the guy, then he gotta have some muscle to protect the product.
Mm-hmm.
Homeboy, boy, you have not exhibited a single bit of strength in this entire season since we seen you.
Yeah.
Where does your confidence come from? The only thing I gotta do is clear you out the way. Now I got a Baltimore market to offer up to a new plug. And in turn, help him wipe out the competition, which is you now.
Yep.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yep.
Question, do you think she goes back to homeboy from The Wire? Her and Unique's old plug.
Is he good enough to wipe out homeboy?
I mean, that was her first option. Her first
True.
option wasn't the Puerto Ricans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Now I have something to offer you. I'm not just coming to you asking you to take a chance on me when things are hot. I have a market to offer you now that you previously did not have.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good question. Or Lobo shows up. I don't know. I just want to say that.
Damn, Lobo's been dealing with black families in New York since 1990.
I don't know. Something's got to shake, though. Burke takes Kanan to the place where Kanan shot Howard and starts accusing him of a bunch of shit that she has no proof on. She then threatens to arrest him for BS, and then Kanan pushes her to the ground and then dips out.
I mean, it was that or get yoked, but the more and more I kept thinking about it, pushing her was the best option.
Yes.
It was definitely the best option, because if I run away from you, what you gonna do? Put out an APB? Why? What happened, Burke? What happened? Eyewitness account says you picked him up over here on 4th Street, and somehow you ended up at Howard's shooting site.
You're still clearly on this shit.
And then he got away from you. Why wasn't he cuffed? Why did you stop here? Was he arrested or not? Where are the drugs? Because you know she ain't had time to go get no crack and plant it.
Marvin gets home exhausted after a long day of dealing with Rock's bullshit. Thinking someone's out to get him, he finds Juke folding up clothes. Juke then explains that she's moving back. Marvin explains that he got a job to do, but after he and Juke can hang out.
Oh
Definitely
that shit
thought
made me so scared.
Definitely thought Marvin was getting iced at that point.
He keeps doing that, man. He keeps having these "I'm gonna do better" talks, and I'm like, "You're about to die. Stop."
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, he keep fucking doing that. No lie, when he first walked into the house, I kind of heard something, but before he laid down, I was like, "Hey yo, Marvin. Hey yo, Marvin, get on your P's and Q's. Hey yo, Marvin. Hey yo, Marvin." I was like, "They in the house, Marvin. In the house." Especially because they kept showing all of these cutaways of all the stash spots, and I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yep. Rock is home alone with absolutely no furniture in her living room, which makes her throwing the vase of flowers that much more loud. Lou pulls up and asks about the issue with the label. Rock admits that she made a mistake with scrap, and Lou is in absolute shock, because of course. Rock does an amazing job of acting up until the "I own you nigga" line, which didn't really land that performance for me. I
thought it was solid. I think it's showing a turn. It's this whole season has been about Raquel holding on to the idea that she's doing this for her family, when clearly it's about control.
Yeah.
It ain't about family. You're not doing things for your family that benefit your family.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing that for Lou. You're not doing it for Marvin. You're not doing it for Kanan.
Yeah.
Juke don't need you. She out on her own. Right? So you not. I thought it was pretty evident where the character was going as related to how her and Symphony ended.
Mm-hmm.
Right? As seemingly her position got better and her stature kept growing, she gets less and less personable with the people that are closest to her.
Mm-hmm.
So she buys this big ass house and all that to try and show like, no, this is really for us. Don't nobody even want to be there with you. Yeah. Literally, no one wants to be in that house with you.
Yeah.
So what did you buy it for? What did you really buy this house for? To convince all of them or to convince you?
Yeah.
You keep talking about how if you don't do what you don't do, then nobody eats. Hey fam, they was content with selling rock on the corner. Mm-hmm. They were content. All of this expansion talk, all of this growth and franchising, that's you. And that is you for you.
It's invited nothing but problems so far. Kanan goes to Howard for advice after pushing down Burke. Howard decides that the three of them, Howard, Rock, and Kanan, need to get everything down solid with their story.
Because apparently Burke's end game is just to go tell on Howard. I guess that's what all of this buildup was for, is for her to walk in and just be like, Howard got a CI pregnant and it's his son and he shot him. Because they're going to pin a medal on her for that, I guess. But yeah, he knows that eventually all of that is going to come due. Mm-hmm. You know, and so it's better if we all have an understanding on what's going on, as opposed to, you know, oh, well, damn, they got to call Symphony. They got to call Symphony because the story is going to be, oh, well, he was on his way down to my sister's house with Symphony.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Damn. Rock, Symphony, Howard, Kanan, all in the same room.
Yep.
Awkward.
For sure.
Only man we missing is DEFCON.
Yeah, right.
Who still doesn't know that Kanan's not his son. Which I don't think he give a damn, because he don't send nothing back to Kanan. He don't talk to him on the phone. His uncle was the first family member we've seen from DEFCON's family. It don't seem like that's even an official. DEFCON knew. DEFCON was gay.
Yeah.
So he knew Kanan wasn't his son. He knows.
Oh, and then his uncle doesn't know he's gay.
Yeah,
so.
his uncle don't know. Yeah, so that's why he like, what your daddy say about it? Man, that nigga don't talk to me.
I guess I knew the fact that he probably was gay, so he knew he wasn't. But I didn't realize that the uncle wouldn't be in on that.
Yeah, the uncle not in on that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Burke is eating with her girlfriend, and they're having yet another convo about Howard. Why does homegirl put up with this shit?
I don't know. I don't know.
All you ever talk about is Howard. I'm done with this.
And also, I don't understand what the difference in between this conversation and the last one that they had was.
There wasn't.
Why was she so much more interested? You told her to stop. She didn't bring anything new to the table. Yeah. Oh, Howard's after me. Stop!
Sheesh. Lou hits the stew and Zisa is ready to work. Lou, however, isn't because he's mad about Rock. Marvin shows up to the spot and wants to see the books. Unique puts Worrell up on the fact that crack is dying in the streets. That's when the Italians launch an all-out attack on Rock's spots, and they eventually hit Worrell. The studio gets hit along with Zisa, but Lou is keen to kill both attackers after that happens. Marvin is in one of the spots with the chopper, but he runs out of bullets or his gun jammed. I don't know what happened there. Yeah. Trying to cover for his people. He gets hit but keeps going. Lo and behold, helping wheelchair guy may end up saving Marvin's life.
Hey, OG. OG saved him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, hold on, first of all, the plan was to go downstairs to where the other apartment was connected, right? That was the plan. Why the fuck am I even having to knock on this damn door? Why y'all not waiting on me? See what I mean? I took a bullet for y'all to escape and you closed the door and wouldn't open it up? Should have used all of y'all as human shields. All of you.
Yeah.
Should have used all of you as human shields. You mean I took a bullet in the gut so that y'all could get away and y'all locked the doors on me and act like y'all wasn't home? Jesus. And if the wheelchair dude down the hall heard me, y'all heard me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's
for
nuts. Sure. I'm icing all of y'all.
Yeah.
When this is over with, I'm about to open up that door. I'm just spraying everything. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. Yep. LaToya Luckett pulls up to Rock's old spot. Rock gets to the front door and realizes that her security has been killed.
Like, yeah, how you get up here? Where my boys at?
Dead.
She lucky.
LaToya Luckett has absolutely no chance of getting away from those bullets. Rock eventually... that shit was funny.
Ricky!
Rock eventually gets hit and definitely should have died because what reason does that Italian have to sit there and wait before shooting
for that
her?
long? I mean, I get what they was going for, but y'all didn't have to drag it out so long. This nigga had time to lick his lips, fix his grip.
Like, bro, if it was
line.
going to be anybody, at that point, Baselli should have been right there. And then him hesitating makes sense.
Well, I knew Baselli wasn't going to be there. When they start playing...
they start playing...
What a Night. I'm like, everybody's getting wiped.
Yeah.
They about to get washed.
Yeah, for sure.
He stoked the stogie and start, oh, what a night. Oh, like, you're getting washed. You're getting washed. You're getting washed.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I guess that's literally the only person that I can see hesitating, possibly. Because what does that Italian... What reason does he have to hesitate? If he pulls the trigger quick, he killed Rock. He's set. Yeah. So why is he hesitating?
I don't know.
Anyway.
Plot, bro.
Anyway, Unique saves Rock's life. Not sure how Unique goes from seeing Worrell dying in Jersey and makes his way out to save Rock, but...
From Newark to Jamaica Queens. So we're going to have to GPS that boy because he must have been flying. He must have been absolutely hell dog.
And did he just forget about Worrell to save Rock, or... Well,
no, he died. He dead now. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Fair enough.
I think now, knowing that you probably need to get to her house, okay, I can understand that. But man, he must have been doing 90 in New York City.
Yeah.
I guess. Hey, maybe. Plot. But is this the beginning of a budding, unique rock relationship? I don't.
Newark to Queens, New York, an hour and 17 minutes.
Shut the fuck up.
I knew they were close to New York City, but
power shows they're notoriously bad with timelines. We're still doing the Zeke. You was born in 92, but your police records say you were born in 93. But you older and younger than Kane at the same time. Yeah, they're notoriously bad with timelines.
No, for sure. For sure.
It's an hour away. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty much it for the season finale.
A lot of open threads, right? So Howard and Rock, we gotta have this conversation now. Obviously, it ain't nothing else we can do.
There's still a war with the Italians. I don't think that this just ends, considering who's dead. Worrell.
And the speech, 50's speech at the end of this episode made it seem like they were galvanizing. So is Howard and Rock and Unique all working together now to fight the Italians?
I guess Unique does have a target on his back, and Worrell is clearly his right-hand man, so he got killed by the Italians. So he does have a vested interest in going to war with them.
And then if Kanan is in danger, that would be Howard's role to play in it, is to keep his son safe.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. We did not get any closure on or any explanation from either one of the parents on the relationship between Rock and Howard. Why are we pushing that to next season?
Yeah.
It's a little anticlimactic.
Yep. And we have no indication of where the whole situation with Baltimore is really going to go yet. I mean, we obviously know that Joaquin and Homeboy are in a tandem to take over Baltimore, but what's Rock going to do about that situation? We don't really have any indication yet.
This whole Shannon Burke situation is going to extend into another season, which I'm not happy
about. My God, I wanted her to die this season so bad.
About it. It's super unresolved, and it's just, geez.
Yeah, no, Burke got to go. She should have gone in multiple episodes of this season, and to see her still here is... Ugh.
Yeah. Awesome. Tell us what you guys thought about the finale. What did you think about all of the I guess arcs that were capped off and the things that were left open? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back. Ooh, well, not next week.
Yeah, that's the other thing is I guess 50's deal with Stars is over, but I guess they keep Power. But anything new he's working on can go wherever. So
they keep Power.
Yeah. They keep Power, they keep BMF.
I'm confused. So they're still going to be making Power just without 50 Cent?
No, I think 50 Cent's still executive producer or whatever.
They get to keep what's already been shot, and then anything from now on.
But he can shop any new series to whoever, because they're not an exclusive deal. Yeah. So they keep Power, which is why I don't know where's Ghost. It's already been shot. I would think that you would at least give us a date.
Yeah.
Even if it's, you know, how they obviously do the season finale with the premiere of the next show. Yeah. Even if you're not doing that, I would think you would at least have a date for it. Even if you say it's coming in 2023.
Man, so we about to take a Power Universe hiatus, huh?
Yeah, and then...
Hate to see it.
BMF is already shot too. So, I don't know what's going on with that.
No.
Regardless, make sure you subscribe, because we will be talking about any other Power seasons going forward, and make sure you check out some of our other season recaps if you haven't checked them out. We went over the entire season of Raising Kanan Season 2. So make sure you check that out.